Hello, my name is Brennan Monroe. This is my Unit 2 Strength and Conditioning project, and I did it on basketball training with a lower body injury with my client, Kai McLean. My client is 16 years old. He's an STHS sophomore, and he's trying to make varsity for basketball. He recently had compartment syndrome in his leg, and I designed a program focused on improving his aerobic conditioning and basketball shooting. Before the program, he had not done any aerobic activity or shot a basketball for a month. This program was designed to improve his conditioning and shooting. We had to design the program around his injured leg. We designed a 2-week program with a workout with a few different parts. We took our baseline test and then did our workout 3 times a week for 2 weeks, taking our baseline measurements again at the end of our program to measure his progress. The first baseline test we did was a swimming test. We measured his maximum number of consecutive breaststroke laps in a pool, and each lap was there and back. We also measured the average time per lap. The reason we did breaststroke is because freestyle hurt his leg. He performed a total of 8 laps in 17 minutes, and it was hard for him to go fast because a strong kicking motion was hurting his lower leg. The next baseline test we did was basketball shooting. We would take 20 shots, and we did 3 different shots: free throws, mid-range, and three-pointers. For mid-range and three-pointers, he would go around an arc and then back. For his free throws, he shot 12 out of 20 and had a total shooting percentage of 60%. For mid-range, he made 10 out of 20 shots and had a percentage of 50 shots. And for three-pointers, he made 8 out of 20 and had a percentage of 40%. This was hard for him because he hadn't shot for a month and he couldn't really use his legs as much as he would like to when he was shooting. On to our program. To start his workout, he would roll out for 5 minutes. He would roll out his calves, hamstrings, glutes, back, and quadriceps. This would help to get rid of any lactic acid if he was sore from the previous workout that week. The next part of our workout was a dynamic warm-up. The dynamic warm-up was to warm him up for his workout to prevent injury, and he would go 10 yards there and back for each workout. He would do scoops, hugs, then he would do arm circles, and then ankle pulls and knee pulls. These are all designed to warm up his body and stretch out his muscles. The next was his actual workout circuit. Now that he is warm, he's going to do a workout circuit that consists of a few exercises. It was a high intensity workout, and he'd do each exercise for 30 seconds and then take 15 seconds of rest. He would then begin his next exercise. After he would complete one round of each exercises, he'd take a minute of rest, and he would do this a total of 3 times. His exercises include single leg burpees, single leg squat jumps, push-ups, single leg line jumps, inchworms, and single leg jumping jacks. Immediately after the workout circuit, he would begin his basketball shooting. This is to create a game-like situation because when you're playing a basketball game, you have to shoot while you're tired, and it's a lot harder than if you're loose and not tired while shooting. For this, he would shoot free throws, mid-range shots in multiple spots, and three-pointers around the arc. And he would have to make 50 of each of these shots before he could be done. After a shooting session, we would start some static stretching, and this was to improve his mobility and flexibility. Some of the stretches we worked on included toe touches, knee hugs, calf stretch, side lunge, elbow behind head, and elbow across chest. And the last stretch we would do was a pigeon stretch to work on his glutes and open up his hips. That was the end of his workout circuit that I designed for him. It usually took him around 45 minutes. On top of this, he did extra training and recovery. He was in the weight room 3 times a week on top of my workout program, and he mostly focused on upper body because his leg was hurt. One of his workouts that he would do was push focus, meaning he worked on chest and triceps. The next one was back focus, meaning he worked on meaning for the back workout, he worked on his back and biceps. And the last workout was focused on core and shoulders. These workouts were not a part of my program, but they were just extra stuff my client was doing. If my client was sore from these workouts, he would go in the hot tub or use a massage gun to recover. After 2 weeks, we did our post-program testing to see if he made any progress from his baseline testing. The swimming test was focused on aerobic endurance to see how well his conditioning was, because he had not been doing any aerobic activity for a month while his lower body was injured. It was hard to measure this correctly because on the original test he could only do breaststroke because the kicking style hurt his leg, but the after test he was doing freestyle also because it didn't hurt his leg as much and it was a quicker form of swimming. His original results for 8 lap where he did 8 laps in 17 minutes, and his after results were 17 laps in 29 minutes. So that was a big improvement, but it was also hard to tell because he was doing a different stroke. Post-program testing part 2, basketball shooting. When we took our baseline for basketball shooting, I saw very significant results. This was because during the baseline test, he had not shot a basketball for a month, but during the post-program test, he'd been shooting consistently for 2 weeks. For his baseline test for free throws, you can see the results his original results, and his post-program results where he shot 17 out of 20 for free throws and got 85%, 13 out of 20 from the mid-range and got 65%, and 10 out of 20 for three-pointers for 50%. Conclusion. Overall, I had a successful program. I was very glad I could help my friend prepare for basketball season because he missed a lot of his soccer season and was frustrated about his injury. It was difficult to make a program around my friend's lower body injury, but I'm glad I made it work because the program was important for me and taught me that you can build a strength and conditioning program around an injury. Thanks. Any questions?